If there were three words to describe the match result, you'd go for Delhi's demolition job, because it truly was. And the Capitals reigned supreme once again, and they got top of the pops. And we have, of course, Mark Butcher in the house to dissect it all. He, of course, predicted a miracle for SRH. It wasn't a B, Mark.
No, it wasn't. No, not even close. You know, if they'd have listened to me and not played Warner at the top and played Jason Roy instead, they might have had a chance. But no, I mean the Davey Warner's bad trot continues. He's knocked over for a duck, and things didn't really get much better for him then. You know, when Samad is your top scorer with 28 and Rashid Khan with 22, you're going to struggle to beat a team who are as confident as the Delhi Capitals.
Yeah, and when we talk about Delhi generally, even the first phase when you had a chat with us, we always talked about their fast bowling and their openers, and those came to the fore today. You called it right in terms of predictions as well. We'll get to that in just a bit. But how emphatic was their performance? Are they really making a statement saying, you know what, we can actually win this competition?
Yeah, I think they are. It was interesting because one of the things that we focused on yesterday was talking about whether or not Shreyas Iyer coming back into the team with Pant as captain would cause perhaps some friction or whatever. But, you know, the way those two guys finished the game off together, I think we can definitely put that idea to bed. I didn't think it would be a problem, and it certainly didn't look to be one. And, you know, Rabada suddenly picks up wickets. Nortje is a fantastic acquisition for them as well. And so they look very, very strong indeed, yeah.
When we look at SRH, I mean, sympathy to the fans watching this who support Hyderabad through and through. Now, you take a look at their team, and there's some real match winners, but it hasn't clicked for them this season. Just one win in 8.
Yeah, and, you know, part of the reason why I thought why I backed them to win was because you wonder whether, you know, after the break, whether all of that baggage has kind of disappeared, and these guys who have a lot of pedigree might be able to come out and perform to their potential. But it's not to be. I think. Well, I mean, we pretty much know that they can't qualify now anyway. But I think things could go from bad to worse from here, because once you have the carrot removed of being able to finish in the top 4, you know, it can be very difficult to kind of raise the spirits of a team who are obviously really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, let's see how they go about it, because they can really spoil the others' party. And we'll take a look at that in closer detail going forward. But prediction time then. But before that, the fan goodie bag question, which kind of correlates to your prediction, Mark, because the most 4s hit in the match was Shikhar Dhawan. That's what we asked the fans before. No one got that right, I'm afraid. People went for Manish Pandey in the comments, Kane Williamson, but no one went for Shikhar Dhawan. Speaking of which, you went for Shikhar Dhawan in terms of predictions. Now, Cricket.com went Manish Pandey. He could have actually, you know, taken the scruff of the neck, so to speak, but he didn't do that. Talk to me about Shikhar Dhawan, because at the end of the day, he's not been picked for the World T20.
No, he hasn't. And I suppose the interesting thing from that point of view is the fact that when Shikhar Dhawan was more of a regular feature in the Indian team in T20 cricket, his strike rate was always a little bit on the low side for sort of like an opener in international T20s. And in recent years, since he's been out of the team, his strike rate has actually gone up. You know, he started to play a lot more aggressively. So, you know, he might feel that he's better suited to playing for India in the World T20 now than he was then. But, you know, perhaps that ship has sailed. Perhaps, you know, India have decided to move along. They've got younger players, not least his opening partner, Prithvi Shaw, and they're looking elsewhere. But of course, Shikhar Dhawan would have been the top scorer in the game had it not been for Shreyas Iyer finishing up 47 not out on his return. But I was close.
At the end of the day, we decided to give you the points because in terms of our Cricket.com rating, I think Dhawan had a more impactful performance. Hence, we've given you the benefit of the points, because I'll take away the point from you with Nortje being, of course, the man to watch out for with the best bowling on the day. And you called, Rashid and Rabada, so you got that one wrong. So Cricket.com made it 1-1 there.
Hang on, I got Rabada 3 for 37. He was the highest wicket taker in the game.
Yeah, but you take a look at Nortje and his figures. I mean, it was more telling, is what we feel.
but yeah, he took 2 wickets. You asked me who's going to be the highest wicket taker, not anything else. I mean, you have to get your questions right here. You said highest wicket taker. I said Rabada. He took the most wickets in the match.
See, I'm only playing fair to the machine as well because we gave you the nod with Shikhar Dhawan. So it's just even Stevens here. But you made a valid point there. Great attempt to kind of get one out of me. But that's not happening. Winners, though, you call this one wrong. But Criclytics was sitting on the fence. So we're not giving the points to the robot either. So it's a 1-1. It's Selhurst Park normally. I know you're a Crystal Palace fan, but that's how generally things have been with you and the robot. Finally, how does things look from here onwards and upwards for Delhi Capitals? Because it's almost inevitable that they qualify right now, and then they can really lock in those top 2 spots, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They'd much prefer either to go straight through to the final by winning the first playoff game, or at least have the insurance of having a second go at it in the eliminator. So they should be nailed on. I mean, the confidence is just brimming through them at the moment. They're playing wonderful, wonderful cricket, and of course, you've got a coach like Ricky Ponting there, who is used to winning these sorts of trophies in the IPL. He will be driving them forward. I don't think he'll let them rest on the fact that they're top and skating away with it at the moment. He'll want improvements in all areas still.
Yeah, Delhi Capital fans, you can smile and be chuffed because it's really worth it looking at that team. They're playing some rock and roll cricket, all right. And let's see how long that goes on for. Right, thanks, Mark, for your time. We'll end it with the stat of the day. And that comes from SRH's camp, I'm afraid, because Sandeep Sharma, it's his 96th IPL game. It's just the second instance where he's not bowled in the power play. So maybe SRH missed a trick in that one. But we'll let you kind of ponder on that note, but we'll catch you more on cricket.com.